What'd you think? I thought it was a lot of fun. I was so worried. Oh my god, I was so worried that, storage server? I was so worried I was gonna have to go through the whole thing from the very beginning. 'Cause, like, I went from being super excited about the game to dreading it before, like, today. I was really excited about playing it on Tuesday, and then Thursday, like, today, I was like, oh gosh, I gotta play through this whole darn game again, and I'm not looking forward to it. And so, um, yeah. I'm gonna stop the recording here, and we can chat for a minute. Um, I'm curious to see the, I'm curious to see the spoiler thread. There is an awful lot of messages in here. Way more than I expected there to be. The long game. Alright, let's take a look. Stop deleting things. And yeah, so I think one of the things that I'm still 100 or not 100% sure on, humanity at this point is gone. Ish. Right. It's not like they have a disease, the replicants, or they had a disease. I'm still not like, even though the game has tried to explain it to me, the souls of humanity got corrupted in the replicants and thus went berserk, or something about the original gestalts. We are on full on action. Yeah, none of this is going in the actual video and whatnot. And so I don't understand what happened to humanity. How I understand the gestalts are replicants, and that replicants can go berserk because they gain sentience, and they and there was an issue with the original gestalts stuff. But I don't understand. I understand that gestalts age, which makes them different than androids. So I'm wondering how we get from replicants to androids when humanity at this point is already gone? Like the game omits a lot of the most important bits of the lore. It's pretty much impossible to not be confused. I really expected the game to give me more information on it to get from point A to point B, because yeah, Devila and Popola I still think are androids. I mean, yes, it's thousands of years, but why make androids in the first place if there's no humanity at that point? Right? Like, the whole thing was androids were sent to, or were there to protect humanity. It failed, and then they lost purpose, so they started like dying because they really had nothing to live for anymore. So they then made a fake story about humanity, you know, needing them to be protected from the machines, and that was the whole reason on why there was androids. So I just don't understand where are the androids in this? Because they have to have been around. Until they can merge with their souls again. So they were just omitted from this actual game, except for Devil and Popola, right? Devil and Popola are androids. Androids were the caretakers of Project Gestalts for the humans. Okay. So then next question is, humans separated their body from their soul. What happened to their body? Is it just gone? Their bodies died. Okay. So then the souls were put into replicants that had already gotten, like, the souls were put into replicants and those replicants already had souls in them? The replicants were meant to be the new bodies when the disease that was killing everyone was eliminated. The souls were just shades. But the souls were supposed to be stored somewhere. Souls never made it back to the replicants. So then why was Devil and Popola okay with us killing the shades when they knew they were humanity? Replicants were empty shells that ended up developing sentience. The shades were killing experienced a thing called relapse, which is when the shade goes permanently crazy forever. So how do you know which shades are good and which ones are bad? Which ones have gone into which ones have gone into relapse and which ones haven't? Because we just killed all the shades everywhere. Or one's doing murder rampages. I mean, I guess the ones that were still in the storage place might be the ones that still... Yeah. Shades that were unstable and aggressive are relapsed. Okay. Okay. That makes a little bit more sense. So then the original Gestalt is... Because Project Gestalt went for so long that replicants gained sentience. So when the danger of the disease passed, the souls reappeared to take their bodies. But to the sentient replicants, they reassembled monsters and attacked them. Wait. Because the project went on for so long, the replicants gained sentience. So when the danger of the disease passed, the souls reappeared to take their bodies. But to the sentient replicants, they resembled monsters and attacked them. Oh, okay. Okay. how did they plan to put the souls in the bodies then? In the beginning, in the original, like... The grimoires? It was a mechanic around Vice and Noir grimoires. So then... I guess that's kind of like a morally, interesting thing, because the androids gain sentience. And yes, the bodies were made for people, but how do you deal with that then? Because you can't just, like, if something's gained sentience, you can't just kill it. Like, that's killing it. That's murder. Doesn't matter whether it's human or not. How would you be able to make new bodies that are not sentient and then put those people in those bodies? I'm just surprised that they didn't make new ones. Replicants aren't androids, they're actually biological in nature. Yeah, but they created replicants to begin with. They should be able to create them again. No, I know that it was the first ending because she left, but oh, they do create replicants at death. Hard to create things when you're a wandering soul. Yeah, but the androids exist. The whole point of the androids was to make sure that the project went out without a hitch. If they realized there was a problem, then the androids should have been able to create, that's what happened at ending E. Kaine created a new replicant of us. Hmm. I just feel like if they had original, like, DNA and they created stuff to begin with, my understanding is that they can't make new blank replicants that aren't sentient because all the replicants are based on a human. But Foggs was saying that the only reason why the souls reappeared, or the only reason why the souls weren't able to go into the body was because it took so long for Project Gestalt that the replicants gained sentience. So I feel like if the reason was time, then if they had started making another one using the DNA sequence that they already had, then they should be able to just make another one. A sentience somehow carries over to new bodies. Then the old body should be empty. Or you just have two people that exist at the same time with the same memories and feelings and all that stuff. Hmm. This is also part of Devila and Popola's job? And without them part of the system, that will break down. So then there would be no more replicants and no more humanity in the future. Because of what we did? No more replicant bodies and souls are doomed to relapse. Interesting. I mean, without bodies, souls would be doomed to relapse anyways. Without the original Gestalt. So then what would they have been able to do with the original Gestalt? Shadow Lord was key to the. They mentioned that in passing in one of the cutscenes. Originally, when they started pulling souls out of bodies, all of them relapsed. Shadow Lord was the first Gestalt to retain sentience. But there was an issue, right? And that's why... That's why all the others... Original Gestalt was somehow able to stop Gestalt from relapsing. It's a little confusing. Good morning, said. I'm actually gonna be ending right away. Because I gotta go feed my dog. She was really not doing so good yesterday. So I'm hoping I'm gonna go feed her and hopefully she's doing better today. If not, I'm going to have to take her to the vet. And if that's the case, depending upon how she's feeling later, I'm not sure how likely stream is gonna be. It really depends. She was very lethargic earlier, and so I want to make sure she's doing okay. I'm letting her sleep in a little bit longer. Hopefully it's good. Hopefully that's good enough that all she needed was a little bit of rest. But yeah. There was also a quote from Yoko Taro in the book that he considered all of this irrelevant lore. I see. But that's not how you do storytelling. It's not lore, it's just information. You're telling a story. You gotta have at least some detail so that the story makes sense. You know, I just read something in the spoiler channel. For the remake, they added true ending that refers more to Automata, but also sort of doesn't, as they brought back the voice actors of 2B and 9S. I thought I heard 9S in there. I didn't hear 2B. But I definitely heard 9S. I think in that ending. But yeah, I don't... maybe I just don't remember 2B. I remember 9S very clearly. I think I mentioned the fact that I recognize that I like the voice sound familiar, but I didn't say it. I might not have said it, but I definitely recognized the voice, like boy and girl being like sounding familiar. They're also in the credits, but until ending E, their credits, their name show up as question mark. I think I noticed that once, but I never said anything. I was like, But I also wasn't really like hyper paying attention to the credits at that point. I was like, oh, you know, maybe it was just somebody that they didn't do a big enough job that they just gave them question marks because it was just like random characters or something. But one ending involves collecting all the weapons for whatever reason. That's actually 3 endings that require involving collecting all the weapons. The 2B voice actor uses a much younger voice in the game. How 3? You can't get ending C without all the weapons. You can't get ending D without all the weapons. And you definitely can't get all the you definitely can't get E without all the weapons. Because you can't get ending D without all the weapons. You unlock the choice to choose between saving and or choose between erasing your save file or killing Kaine by having all the weapons. Without that choice, it's just ending A and B. So you need all the weapons in order to get C, D, and then you need to delete your save file to get E. So you have to have your weapons for all 3 of those save files. Taku's eye rolling at the shopping lists already. I got some bad news for her. Listen, I did really good with keeping up with my everything. So you can do without weapons. Use the choice you got for 100%ing them. When hang on. I have a video for this because I was streaming it at the time. Hang on, 1 sec. Let me just play this for you real fast. So I ended the stream. I ended the video. And when I closed out of the save data screen, this popped up. So I'm intensely glad that I have obtained all the weapons in the game because yeah, this is how I'm gonna get the next ending. So I'm very interested to see how this is gonna go. That was what I got as the requirements to unlock ending C. No, that was B's ending. That was at the end of B. It popped up saying this is how you get ending C. That wasn't the ending for ending C. Ending C was killing Kaine. You can't kill Kaine without getting the decision to kill Kaine, which you need the weapons for. This one I know for a fact. I will 100%. If you get ending B and then beat the game again, it without the weapons, it just does ending B again. Right. And you need the weapons in order to get the choice to either kill Kaine, which gives you ending C, or to save Kaine, which gives you ending D, which then deletes your save file, and then you can get ending E from playing the game again. This one I know 100%. Oh my god. Mernko, please. I can't tell if you're memeing or not. Wait, you played, you didn't get ending C, so I'm just a little confused about what the requirements. Okay. In order to get ending C, D, and E, you need all the weapons. Because you can't get the choice that gives you ending C or C and D without having all of the weapons. Must have just had them all and not realized it. Yeah, you can't get C, D, or E without all of the weapons. Marco, it's gonna be very frustrating for her when she comes back to the game every week and all her plants are dead every time. Well, they're not going to be because somebody spoiled that for me in the chat. I haven't watched every second so far, but has she realized she needs to actually equip the word she's getting? I didn't realize that for way too long. Saku commented that she sounds like Meg from Hercules, so I looked it up and she's voiced by Laura Bailey in English. I'm not sure who. Oh, but no Meg, yeah. I really thought she did sound like Meg. But it might have just been her cadence. Man, it took me way too long to figure out. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna go feed Ruby. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go feed Ruby. If she's doing okay, I should be back right away. If she's not, then if she's doing okay, then I will bring her here to feed her, and go from there. But if she's not doing so hot, then I'm gonna end stream and we'll go from there. And if she's doing okay, then I'll chat more about stuff that I see in the spoiler log channel or the spoiler channel. Okay. BRB, like, I don't know. I'm gonna say like 5 minutes ish. I have no idea. I have no idea how long it's gonna take. It really depends on how my dog is doing. But yeah, BRB. I return. Ruby is eating. Well, she's standing, so that's better than earlier. She's gonna lick her bowl all over the floor. Hey, Ruby? All right, back to talking about the spoiler channel. All right, so let's see what else we have. You know those videos of dogs where they have a bunch of treats stacked on their nose and they just have to sit there so patiently and watch them be stacked without eating them? That's me every time Saku gets a new word and she doesn't realize she needs to equip it to use it. Yeah, it took me a really, really, really long time to figure. When was it? The second or third day? Did I even figure it out in the beginning? Like the Blastoise's slow descent into madness. I'm trying to remember. Oh my. I'm trying to remember. Look at I'm trying to remember whether or not I had ever equipped a word before going into the second half of the game. She's being super cute. Yeah, I don't remember if I did. Did she just hang on? Blastoise is next. Did she go into the word list, moving past the word edit tab again? Yes. Looks like she made it to Facade. Has she noticed the masks are the same as the desert robots in Automata? You know what? I didn't. I didn't notice that. Not at all, actually. I guess it's more of the King's Mask specifically and doesn't look like she met him yet. Oh, okay. Oh no, she is onto NieR Replicant. Suspects the shades are people who got turned into them from the Black Scrawl. No, it's far worse. She noticed the drops from the baby shades. Still has no idea the truth. The words are buffing us, which is the only reason we're stronger than we were before. Blastoise grinding his teeth over there. Okay, that's really funny. I feel so bad for Blastoise. Hey, Slam Dunk. I wish she wouldn't save Scum, at least on the first playthrough. But she'll never do a second playthrough, so I guess I get it. Still, I feel like this is one of those games where choices matter. You have to deal with that. I mean, I only did that once. Because it was so like the way that the way that that particular thing was handled, I thought it was really weird. I feel like I'm attacking children, teehee. Do you think she'll run through it again for other endings? Will she hit the end credits on Route B and be like, okay, GG, everyone, now time to move on? Yeah, no, um, I definitely did not, like, once, I mean, I don't think I could have gotten the other ending, like, all of this stuff that the one quest that I did save Scum was actually in the first half of the game, which you just never play again unless you just start from the very beginning. And as much as I love and enjoy the game, I am not doing that. um, I was suffering the whole time that I had to play up to, uh, you know, it's funny because I mentioned the fact that I felt like it would be the Aerie that would be the start, but I really thought that the part that we were going to meet Kaine was where it was going to diverge and change, but it wasn't until after we defeated the boss there. I had also forgotten that it straight up tells you about the next ending when you finish it. Like how to, yeah, after Automata, I'm pretty sure she knows to expect multiple endings, probably not the collect all weapons for true ending, though. Yeah, thankfully it tells me. But I did all the quests. I genuinely thought that all the quests would be something important. All the side quests? Nope. Yeah, she's intent on doing all the side quests, but she hasn't come across the planting side quest. I did. Wait, do you have to grow a flower for the true ending? Ironically, doing all the quests on the first run through isn't the ideal. Why? There's a couple of side quests that you get extra perspective on when Kaine can hear what the shades are saying. Oh, I didn't even think about that. Oh. She's about to spend a lot of time stuck inside a text adventure. Oh my god. I do have to say that is like my least favorite part of the game was the excessive amount of reading that I had to do. For specific areas. Any time that I heard that I had to go to the Forest of Myth, I like died a little on the inside because I didn't want to have to read for days. Also, whoever spoiled the IRL crop time Saku fight emoji. Somebody did. I don't remember who, and I think the VOD is gone now. But somebody mentioned it in the very, very first thing. It was like something really, it was something very small, like, yeah, but it takes IRL time or something like that when I was planting crops. But you know, I knew when they said that it was related to what I was doing. So and I had seen it at that point. I couldn't be like, oh, well, yeah, I don't know anything about crops because I did. Somebody said it. I think she'll like this part a lot, actually. The Forest of Myth. I think that yeah, I like to fight things. It took away my fight things and gave me text. It's neat. It's neat the first time. Well, I think you only have to do it once, right? But what if you didn't have to read out loud? I don't know. I feel like the reading out loud thing was part of the fun. If I didn't have to read out loud, I probably would have just skimmed through most of it and not even read most of it. I think Saku arguing with the game about the definition of a secret is highly entertaining myself. Wait, when did I do that? I don't remember. Game sucks, doesn't know a secret. No, you have to revisit the forest, but the forest, you don't have to go through the waking people up from dreams. The only thing that you have to do in the forest is that part with like specifically get like figuring out what it is that you have to select. And I still don't understand the last one. I got it right every time. I don't know if it was always the same answer. And I just guessed each time based on the spacing of the stuff, but yeah, no. Is it happening? It's happening. Did she actually set any of them though? Oh, poor Blastoise. Again, I probably opened the menu on like the words and like not actually set them. Ah, I'm so sorry, Blastoise. I think I was giving you like emotional whiplash. It's basically Tunic all over again. Doesn't know how to level up. That took a long time in Tunic too to figure out too. It seems like she ducked over to look at weapons and immediately forgot about words. This is the part of the dog in the dog video where one of the treats on the pile starts to fall off. Regarding the word puzzle, I think that by secret they meant conspiracy. You can't conspire on your own, so it's lacking. But having more than one co-conspirator is dangerous since they might be less dedicated to the cause. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Fun fact: the Blade of Treachery is a renamed weapon from Drakengard 1+2 called Scald Song, but in the Japanese version, it's called Deboru Poporo? Any percent wordless run incoming? Oh no. Is this current thing gonna have any similarities to that part of Automata? There was a ton of similarities to Automata. It is quite interesting how similar the games are. Oh, Devil and Popola. Oh, really? Oh, that's cool. Well, she found the god weapon. Classic Saku. That was funny. That was so like funny because I just went around and I was like, all right, let's take a look. We got new I think we saw new weapons somewhere at the weapon shop, and I was like, oh, I bet all the weapon shop have weapons. And so I just went around to all the places just to see what was available. And boom! The perfect weapon. there's a weapon whose whole story explains how the disease that killed humanity showed up. That'd be cool. To confirm for myself, Saku has reached the 5-year time skip after Emil petrifies Kaine to seal a shade in the basement of the library, correct? There's a time skip after the prologue that says 1400 years later. Yeah, Saku's past the time skip. Hang on. Oh no! Oh, Agra put a meme in the channel and I gotta show you all. Oh, jeez. About the red bag couple. Oh my god. That's amazing. You can drift the boar? What? Has she also noticed the funny thing about shades yet? Honestly, it took me a long time to figure out shades. As a matter of fact, I don't think I ever figured out shades. I got close. But yeah. Does Saku intend to play all 5 endings? Yes. Honest, you know what's interesting? I think that the true ending of NieR Automata was also the 5th ending. Because A and B, so A was 2B's perspective, B was the same as the first one, but 9S's perspective. Then C was I think killing A2 as 9S. And then D was killing I think it was killing 9S as A2, and then E I think was not killing 9S. I don't remember. There was another. I'm pretty sure E was the true ending of NieR Automata. Always M. I don't know which one was M. I also can't tell if you're beaming. That's the fish eating one? Oh, I don't know that I ever got that one. I don't remember. All the endings are certainly a lot more annoying to get in Replicant. I was so worried when I started over and I saw everything like beat for beat the same as the first one. Oh my god. I was prepared to sit through. I was really contemplating at that point in time whether or not I really was committed to getting the last ending. If I had to go through if I had to go through that whole thing over again, I was going to lose my mind. So I'm so glad that I didn't. Cuz every time that we had to try to get a new ending, yeah, we had to start over. So because we had gotten ending B, and I realized when we had started the next ending, which was collect all the weapons and then have a choice at the end, that I was like, okay, if I don't save right before the choice, then I'm gonna have to do this all over again. And I'm not going to do that. So yeah. Looked it up, it doesn't look much more demanding. Several playthroughs, yes, but so is Automata for the A to E endings. Yeah, that's the thing. Is like the like having Automata as a reference was really helpful in figuring out how this was going to play out. I could be underestimating how tough it is to get all 33 weapons for the CD endings, though. To get all endings in Automata, you just need to play them. To get all endings in Replicant, you have to buy all the weapons and then have your save deleted, then restart the entire game. Yeah. I can almost guarantee she ain't getting Lunar Tier. That's honestly, I accidentally got Lunar Tier. Is it hard to get? Because I got every crop first try. Like, anytime that I swapped a crop, I got and it gave you anything, I got one immediately. The Lunar Tier was the only one that I only got one of. In comparison to all the other ones that had multiple copies of the plants. So I thought it was odd. I don't know anything about gardening because I refuse to do it. No, just have them. No one should have to upgrade every weapon. That would be awful. Honestly, like, grinding out the stuff. I think the White Moonflower is technically a Lunar Tier. Yeah, but I more so mean, like, the White Moonflower I got, was, I think somebody had said that that was a Lunar Tier. It's harder if you don't time travel. Yeah, I can imagine. Oh god, no. I wouldn't have done planting. But I wanted to do all the side quests because I figured I figured there would be something extra if I did all the side quests and or that, that, there was a lot of side quests that I ended up missing in NieR Replicant or NieR Automata because at some point, you know, major story beats happened. The eagle egg upgrade material you lucked into, normally that's a 7% spawn rate at one collection point. Well, luck, she just asked for it. There's an ending in Automata that requires you to fully upgrade every ending, and it's one of my favorite endings in the whole game. We should watch it sometime. I did talk about one day about going back and playing NieR Automata and getting all the endings. And so that's why I'm like not anything that I haven't gotten in Automata, I haven't been like super interested in discussing because now that I've played Replicant, especially, it might be nice to go back and see it from a perspective of, hey, I've beaten this, but also I've got to get through a bunch of games on my games queue. And I think that I would put that as an incentive reward rather than just, you know, going and doing it for fun. Yeah, honestly, I kind of am a little sad that I didn't get all the weapon lore in the game because of upgrading, but there was no chance I was gonna upgrade. Hey, Smash. There was no chance I was gonna upgrade every weapon, especially like there was a lot of things that I just didn't know where they were. There was like the Black Pearl that I couldn't find, and there was a few other things that I had no idea where they were. I actually just bought Grimoire NieR, which includes all the weapon story. Grimoire NieR, or is that supposed to be Grimoire Noir? Nope, Grimoire NieR. Oh, interesting. Question: Does Vice ever let anyone read him? And if so, does he comment on what the experience is like? You can look at the documents tab. I think that's the closest you get. Is the documents tab. I don't think you can actually just read anything in the book. Grandpa is the only one who has a freaking clue. Who's Grandpa? Almost had it besides the salt thing. So NieR came out in 2010 and NieR Replicant came out in 2021, which is about 4 years after NieR Automata. Oh, and the deals channel a week or so back. Oh, okay. I wonder, you know, honestly, I think it would be cool to get like another NieR game, but not like I kind of wish that there was a game. Now, okay, you know what? Now that NieR is done, does Drakengard or Drakengard 2 deal with the alien thing? The alien invasion that is mentioned in Automata? Or Drakengard 3? It's no? No, they're a parallel universe. Okay. So when do the aliens get brought up in the story? Maybe it would be cool if there was a prequel to NieR that kind of went through the like how the aliens arrived and stuff at the start of NieR Automata. No, the aliens were there before then. Because when we go to NieR Automata, there was already oh, how we found out about it. So no. Sorry. I mean like I want to know when they arrived. Like I want to know the story about how they arrived and whatever else. No, I'm not doing Drakengard. There's no chance. I thought about it and then I was like, I heard that I wouldn't like it. So it's like, no. We did NieR Automata, we did NieR Replicant. Also, what is NieR Reincarnation? Phone game? What did it go through? Like what was the story behind it? She got pretty lucky with her second attempt at crossbreeding. Too bad her luck was bad on the first attempt. I really wonder what the likelihood of crossbreeding was. I didn't miss a single crossbreed as far as I'm aware. Not a replicant spoiler, but something related to Square Enix announces event for the NieR series 15th anniversary, and fans are hoping NieR Automata will finally get a sequel after 7 years. Interesting. As far as I can tell, it didn't have much to do with the NieR games besides the name. It really lent into the weapon stories, though. It's not that low, but low enough that a full garden isn't guaranteed to produce one. Interesting. Actually, you know what? I want to look up NieR, hello, NieR Replicant gardening. Ah! Oh, so you do only get it from one specific plant. So red gold made peach, gold blue made indigo, indigo red made pink. Oh, so wait. Oh, okay, yeah. Peach pink made white. Okay. Yeah, okay, then I got all the seeds. I wonder, is there any point to the food besides like one side quest that basically asks for the quest? 325. Okay, yeah. Money, that's it? Oh, okay. I just wondered if like you could make food. Would you try growing a lunar tier? The white flower? Is that the white moon one? The white moonflower? Yeah. Last cross bead is white. Yeah, I did. I had a full garden of those. I spent many days. Many days. Um Actually it wasn't days, it was many hours. Where it was like, yeah, I was in voice chat and it was like open game, and I tested every single combination of flowers imaginable. It was like red gold, red blue, red indigo, red peach, red white when I eventually got white. And then gold red, gold blue, gold indigo, gold peach, gold pink. Then indigo, everything else all, right? Like, and yes, I 100% did the time thing where I changed the time on my computer to the next day because somebody had mentioned in the chat that it was related to IRL time. I wonder, I would never have gotten it if it wasn't for that comment though. There would have been zero chance that I would have figured it out. Hey, good morning, Chops. I just had a scary thought about future of Saku's playthrough. What if she decides on subsequent route she wants to do all the side quests again in case something is different? Oh no, she's looking for eagle eggs and she thought titanium was bad. Hey, don't worry, I got it. So what is the chance of getting it? Is it like I got it on that route? Is there any other place that you can get it? Besides that one section of the diary? Also, you can't do the side quests again. Right? It was only I could only do the side quest once. 3 weapons. I find it amusing every time Saku thinks she might find a weapon better than the Phoenix Spear. It's totally reasonable expectation to have. It absolutely makes sense, but it won't ever happen because for some reason the game made the spear absolutely busted. It was so good. Oh my god, the game made it amazing. The collection spot underneath the mayor's hut in the area is the only other place it spawns. Oh. The strat is to run in, check it, run out, repeat. Gross. I wonder if there's a speed run specifically for like weapon upgrades. That sounds like absolute butts though. Saku managed the perfect comedic timing at the wedding with I'm glad we get a happy moment for a change. Ah, crying. I was so happy. I was like, oh man, this is great. It was I was like, oh man, this is so good. It's so happy. It's nice to be like, you know, we've had a lot of really sad moments in the game. It's really nice um to have a happy moment. And then I think it was like seconds, literal seconds later, that everything went bad. Fun fact, I never unlocked desert fast travel in my playthrough. Yeah, that was a side quest. And because I did all the side quests, I got all the stuff. You should be fine to leave as long as she doesn't go through the door where Vice was, I think. Pretty sure the game is obvious with point of no return questioning you directly to continue. Looks there's the Emmy she needs to defeat up there, so it should be pretty obvious. I'm not sure which quest that was about. From today's stream, the biggest tragedy of this ending sequence is how easy it is to kill Devil too fast to hear most of the Song of the Ancient's fate, which is like top 5 song of the series. It is a beautiful song. Oh, that was the final side quest where you get the crystal ball. Oh. You were looking for something on the roof and didn't want you to trigger an ending for something. Yeah, that's why I was avoiding the door. I went in. I was in that building, and I was like, oh man, I don't want to trigger an ending by accident, so I'm just gonna not, and I'll just go. I wonder how early in the game I could have picked up that quest because I didn't see it the first time I went there when I did the side quest or when I did the thing related to the shade being there for the piece of the fragment of the whatever, the key. So I wonder how early it was available to do. A beautiful song is from NieR Automata. But yeah, Song of Ancient's Fate is actually a really good song. I really liked it. I listened to it today because I was debating on whether or not I wanted to cover it, and then I decided against it. Is this a song in questions? At Maudie folks, in games like this, does she have you like give her cues about additional endings? I think it literally tells you there's more endings after A, but D and E are pretty non-obvious. And I don't know to prefer or if she prefers to just miss those. Honestly, I don't know. If I didn't catch the ending, the fact that if I didn't catch the fact that there was another ending and the ending was short enough that I like short enough to like what it was, then I think I would have. I mean, C and D were pretty obvious because it was like, oh, there's a choice. So you get one choice which gives you one ending and D is the other ending. And even still when I got ending C, it gave me the option for the other ending. Like when I ended, it said ending D is like choose the other option to save Kaine. And so that one was obvious. Had I not realized the achievement thing, I don't know how I would have handled it. Because I don't really know. Because even if like a mod might have said something like, "Oh, there's another ending." Like if I hadn't figured it out, a mod might have said there's another ending. And then I would have to decide at that point if it was worth it to continue. Beautiful sock is from Canada. Oh my god. Your first question after finishing was, are there more endings? So you would have been told then. Yeah. I mean, no, that was the first question I had after this ending, because this ending didn't give me an ending title card thing. Like this ending didn't give me an achievement that was readable. Whereas the other ones did. So I couldn't tell if I even got an ending. I still smiled, mission accomplished. She knows there are multiple endings and seems to be committed to finding all weapons, which is good. She may only need prompting to find the new E ending, as that is really obscure. I feel like I figured out how to... I figured out how to get E ending, the last one that we just got, a little bit. But I could have... The thing is, right, I could have made a mistake and went off on a completely different tangent, right? Because NieR Automata had a lot of joke endings, and I thought about that yesterday when I was like, oh my god, here I am sitting here, and see, you said, have a good rest of your day. I was thinking about that yesterday where I was like, oh my gosh, what if it was something silly, like I had to die at the right moment, or I had to choose the right, like, a specific answer, whatever else and that would have given me the next ending. And so then I'm just gonna have to end up doing all the side quests to figure out what question or whatever thing else it was. Once it started to be like a shot for shot playthrough of it, I was really worried that was going to be how it was going to be, that it was just like some joke ending that I had missed. Because I didn't specifically ask if it was an ending. Like, I just asked if there was another ending, not if there was another ending, like, story ending. And so, man, was I worried for a bit. You're almost there. Nah. I figured that it might have been just one of the, like I said, one of those like joke endings where you had to just die at the right moment. Also, okay, I have a question because I'm genuinely curious. Was it possible to kill Luis in ending A or B? Because I don't think it was. Because I tried and I hit her with multiple attacks that should have killed her, and it didn't work. But I seem to recall it being pretty scripted. Yeah. Because we got a different, right? One of them we tore up the letter and threw it in the water. The other one we had given the letter to the postman. So I kind of wondered. The whole thing is she can regenerate like crazy. Yeah. I mean, but I didn't increase my damage between ending B and ending C. It was the same thing. I literally had the exact same weapons. Out of curiosity, what weapons is she missing? I think I was only missing the ones from the diary. I think I actually did really good with picking up all the weapons on the way. Just because I was expecting to get one that was gonna like upgrade to be a better one than the Phoenix spear or anything, because it was just so odd to me for there to just be a weapon in the shop that was just literally the best thing. So, um, it was just, yeah, I went to the shops and I'm like, all right, I'll just grab all this because I could take it to the junkyard. I have enough money anyways. Might as well just see, because, yeah, I could maybe upgrade it. It might be better. Nope. They were all garbage in comparison to the Phoenix Spear. I'm not sure it's possible they're from Act 1, which is in which case they'll show up in the Aerie shop, assuming she checks it before it blows up. Wait, there was an Aerie shop? I know that there was some for, like, plants, but I don't remember there being a weapon one. Kira Buckland, question mark, question mark. Paul McCarley, question mark, question mark, question mark. Oh, those are probably the names in the credits you were talking about. That's 2B and 9S. Ah, okay. I'm not sure if it's the one she's missing, but I know there are at least a few weapons you can't get from the first route because of the thing. Yeah, the book, the diary. Speaking of books, I hope she warmed up her voice to read the entirety of these novellas out loud. Oh, yeah. I was really hoping to learn more about Kaine's past. Woman about to learn all about Kaine's past. Yeah, but I meant playing it, not reading it. For those curious, the song Saku is liking in the recycled world area is called Emil Ultimate Weapon number 7. That I need to look up because that one was pretty good. Wait, which one did you say? 25th? That must be something. Okay. I'm at the 24th, but I don't, RE video, intro video that plays at the title screen. Man, I've never sat through and watched it before. There's a really surprising amount of spoilery stuff in there, including stuff from later routes, if I remember right. I'm glad Sokka wasn't paying attention to it while it was going. That's why I don't pay attention. I'm not gonna lie. I always, when it comes to trailers and in-game trailers or whatever else I'll like future stuff, I particularly avoid looking at anything because game companies have a surprisingly large amount of spoilers that they put in them. And yeah, I wanted people to be able to listen to the music or the audio while I'm talking about the things to do with the game. But I just like, I'm not going to watch it cuz I don't know what's in it and I don't want it to be spoilers. I actually honestly I should watch it now just to see what's all in it cuz I haven't seen it. Our friend will be waking up soon. Kaine to Emil outside of a town at a campfire. Sakura, what friend? Has been playing in a group of 3 for an hour. For hours and hours now. Yeah, I didn't think about me. Honestly, she probably can't believe Kaine would consider anyone a friend with the word dripping with sarcasm, so I guess I can get why she didn't assume it was the player. Okay, I see. That would be that one. Okay. Notice Saku's gotten in the habit of keeping multiple saves. Sure hope she starts doing that again. Oh, are you Blastoise, were you talking about for ending C and D? What will happen if she doesn't? Are we coming up on a C-D split like in Automata? Yeah, pretty much. This game makes it a lot less convenient to see both, so it helps with the time to have 2 saves. Also, we're coming up on the Devila Popola fight again. I hope we get to hear more of this song this time. I'm so sorry, Blastoise. I was worried you'd keep one save and do entirely separate playthrough for the D ending. It's fine. I have YouTube. Yeah, I was suspicious. After ending B didn't give me the option to just go back. Like I said, having to go back and play through the whole thing again on ending B gave me the dread that would have been the same way that I would have had to do it to get ending C and D. So smashing out time achievos on the bosses with that spear, except for 2. I didn't get 2 of them. I also still have 9 hidden achievements. Yeah. So there's still a lot of things I guess I didn't do. There's a thing that's called the final verse. An achievement called the final verse called that's like congratulations, thank you for playing. And I'm wondering if that's just getting all the words. In which case, but it doesn't say what the achievement is for. Regarding the point of no return and then returning after Devila Popola, I'll let you go back. I wonder if Devila Popola's offer was supposed to be the point of no return flag, but testers went, well, that's obviously a game over scenario where we just agreed to go along with the bad guy and didn't take it for what it was. Like how bowing to the Shadow Queen in Paper Mario 1000 Years Door is just, well, she won the game over. The twins' name, Pope, Ola, and Devil. Interesting. I didn't even think about that. I can tell you what the final verse achievement is if you're curious. Yeah, I am. I have no intention of going back and finding all the words, so I hope it's not that. That's the platinum? Oh, for getting all the achievements. Gross. How the heck do I have 9 hidden achievements? I've fought every boss. I've gotten... Like, yeah, okay. 1 could be getting all the words. I've done all the quests. Unless it's that one quest with all the sheep. I swear to God, I hope not. I heard you like upgrading weapons. Are they all upgrading weapons? All 9 of them? You upgraded 5 weapons to their maximum level. Yeah, I think I upgraded 5 weapons. Gross. Okay. So it's a metaphysical thing separate from merely the concept. Yeah. See, that's the thing, right? Souls, I feel like in the game, I was like, okay, but they like the replicants have a soul because they're sentient. So they have to have some sort of thing that is kind of guiding their feelings and their, you know, all that other stuff. Um Yeah, the same. Essentially, the Shadow Lord's goal to save the real Yona becomes at odds with Devila and Popola and Project Gestalt. So, being using us at first to gather the sealed verses in order to merge Grimoire, Noir, and Vice, the failsafe to force Gestalts back into their replicants and save humanity. When that doesn't work at the end of Act 1, they use us to gather the keys to open the way to the Shadow Lord for them. Unfortunately, we also got super strong along the way. Ah! Wait, how did the Shadow Lord's goal to save the real Yona become at odds with Devila and Popola? Because Yona's soul was put back in Yona, like the replicant Yona, which isn't that exactly how it was supposed to happen? That wasn't supposed to happen yet, though. Why not? Because I thought that Noir and Vice merging would automatically put them in their bodies, right? So it should still be the same end goal. I really wonder what would have happened if Vice didn't forget all of the stuff related to, like, the whole reason that the game gives us that Vice had forgotten everything was because we beat him up. Devil and Popola were hoping to wait another generation. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. They say we were hoping to wait for another generation. Ah, yes, yes, yes. Shadow Lord was required to stop the Gestalts from relapsing, but was only doing that because he was promised a cure for Yona. After 1400 years, that still hadn't happened, so he took it upon himself to take Yona's replicant at the end of Act 1. Ah. Because Yona was sick with the Black Scrawl. Is the Black Scrawl the disease that took humanity? So the replicants were still getting the same disease that was killing humanity. So the Black Scrawl is different. Black Scrawl is when the Gestalt relapses. Oh, okay. Oh. Oh, the Black Scroll is what happens to a replicant when their Gestalt relapses. But their relapsed soul enters their original body? Then at that point it takes over? Or enters the replicant's body? No, they stay separate. You care about Drakengard spoilers? But it affects the replicants anyways for magic reason. Not particularly. Interesting. It took, like, wait. I really wish that a lot of this was explained a little better in the game. Like, I'm a little sad that I'm having to, like, look it up or ask questions or whatever else saw to figure out exactly what the heck is going on. Yeah, but if you enjoy reading wikis, it's hours of fun. 1,000, 100, same thing. They did say 1,300 though, right? They said 1,300 in the thing, and they said 1,400 years later. So I'm so confused. Right? Because there was in the thing, it said 1,400 years later from when we were kids. And so I'm really confused as to how Ugataro is just one of those all over the place, nothing is super clear storytellers, bits and pieces, and then you put it all together. Yeah. It's more like that in time of scale, 100 years is neither here nor there. That makes it really confusing though when you're trying to like tell a story and there's discrepancies in the story. I looked away. Did she get the pop-up on how to unlock the next ending? My memory is that it pops up when she backs out of the menu. Oh no, this is where everybody was panicking. Yeah? Rewatch the VOD. It doesn't look like it happened. Very curious as how it'll handle it. Oh, because you thought that I would just close the game. Yeah, no. Does she realize the replicants are not the same thing as androids yet? I did figure that out. I think I figured it out during that same ending, like the C and D ending. Or not C and D ending. The B ending. Yeah, it was the B ending. Where I was like, oh, no, because replicants age. I think is exactly what I said. So I figured out that there's a difference. I did call them both androids to begin with because I thought that's what they were. But then I was like, wait, no, because one of them, like, NieR ages. Our character ages, so it's not an android because androids don't age. All weapons, but not fully upgraded. But it took a long time to, like, I mean, even still, it was kind of really difficult to figure out a lot of the stuff. I can see her logic in thinking they're androids, though, since she played NieR Automata first. To prompt her to try on her costumes. I did. I did, in fact, try on my costumes. Just looked up the CDE ending. That's a thing. There is horrifyingly an achievement for fully upgrading all the weapons, which, in addition to the lunar tier thing, is why I never bothered getting a platinum. These guys like wiping your save drives, yeah. Yeah, and then I sent Fogs a screenshot. Because I was like, what was it? I think I said, hang on, I'm going back in my DMs. I was like, oh yeah, because I hadn't fully recorded the whole video because of the breaks in between, so I needed to download the highlight of the thing. So I was like, I downloaded the full VOD. I'm downloading the highlight now. I sent Fox a screenshot. I said I exited the save screen, and this popped up, and it was the ending C, obtain all the weapons in the game, and you'll be able to make one final decision that affects the story. I said if you want to put it in the spoilers channel for me, that would be great, so people know that I have seen it, that I need to get all the weapons. He said they were discussing that they didn't see the screen. I was like, well, you could just screenshot this conversation then. But, yeah. It was, I figured that I wanted to let people know that I had seen, like, anything that I had seen on stream. Because this came up after I had already ended stream. I was like, oh, I don't know where I'm gonna put this. I was like, I could put it in general chat, but if people wanted to play the game, then that's a spoiler. But I can't put it in the spoiler channel because then, like, I could see something or, like, get notified when there's a message in the spoiler channel. So I was like, how can I do this? Oh, I can just send it to Fox, and Fox can do it. And so, yeah, it was funny because, yeah. I had, in fact, gotten the screen. It was just well after I had ended. Saku has another NieR stream scheduled, but I reckon she could get the true ending tonight. Eyes and internet notwithstanding. Yeah, I feel like I could have. I didn't realize that that it was so close to ending, like, that it was so close to the end of the game that I could have just probably gotten it that same day. I mean, but that's the whole point of doing it without knowing anything, right? Because then if I would have known that the ending was close, then that would have changed the way that I played and stuff. Saku talking about 2 save files bodes well. Yeah. Does anybody remember Saku recognized the library from the end of Automata? You know, I didn't. But I think that somebody mentioned when I was playing Automata, I think somebody mentioned that it was, now that you're mentioning that, I'm pretty sure that somebody mentioned it while I was playing NieR Automata, that was the library from NieR, just NieR. And I just didn't remember. But no, I had no idea. It's been a long time since I played NieR Automata too. I don't even think even if I saw it, that I would have known, because it's just, yeah, I just don't remember small details like that. Especially because, like, I'm pretty sure the library in Automata was just, like, all white. And so if I had seen it with color, I probably would have recognized it a little bit more likely. But I'm pretty sure it's, like, all white or gray. It doesn't really explain it either. It's just kind of there. I think that it's the storage. I think that it explains that it's the story, like some sort of like record keeping thing about the original project Gestalt stuff. So that's probably why it's there. I think there was something there about the original projects. I just don't remember anything about it. I have a feeling Saku's going to be disappointed at the amount of answers the game gives it. Yes, I am a little. I'm a little sad. That is true. I didn't realize that was the lore behind Kaine. You know, I was guessing that was the case from the beginning. That Kaine was intersex. Because there was something was mentioned about her, how her body was different or something like that. And this was before she had, I say from the beginning, but I mean like from the beginning of Route B, because she had mentioned that she didn't like her body being weird the way it was. I think is like her. I don't remember her exact words, but she's mentioned something about it being different or weird or something like that. And this was before she was possessed by a shade, so I figured it might either be a genetic thing or that it was the fact that she was intersex. Um so I wasn't 100% sure, and it's not explained in the game, but it was brought up again in the last ending, in ending E, because she talked about how much she hated her body. Again, this was the body that she had without the shade in it. So I was like, okay, there's some reason she doesn't like her body, but yeah. So I'm not really sure of what the possible reason could be besides that. I feel like a lot of it was simply cut for time, but considering I dislike Jesse 2 for the same reason, yeah. So much of his motives and particular story. I'm curious about, is it Tyrion's stuff? What happens to Tyrion at the end of the game? Ending C for choose it in the correct order. Given what happens with D, I'm glad she did. I really don't want to go through the whole story again. I would lose my mind, teehee. Yeah, deleted all the save file. I'm trying to go through this relatively quickly. I don't think I have time to go through anything else. Is there anything else that you guys want to mention that I may have missed or whatever that has been in the spoiler channel? I Ruby is very unhappy with me, so I gotta get going. It's gotta be a little quick. I gotta find somebody to raid while you guys chat really fast. There's some fun stuff in Kanye's menu when you can control her. I saw that I could heal and that I had, but that was pretty much it. I didn't see anything in the options. I didn't look. Her skills are all censored swear words. No, really?